Hi, this is Margaret with Bliss Farm, and today I'm going to do a review of Pointing Fingers, the newest game from Hasbro. I can tell you it is tons of fun. I do have a couple of apologies to make first. One, I thought I was going to have a great video of my family playing this game at our Christmas Eve party, and unfortunately I was not recording. Unfortunately. The other thing is you won't see me in this video today because, well, I'm just not fit for camera today. So, the game's going to be the focus, which is a good thing because it is a great game. It is for 3 to 6 players, ages 12 and up. What's great is if you have a bigger family or you just like to have maybe play it at a party where there's more people, you can definitely buy a second game and then have more of the supplies you need. So that works out great. And as far as cost, I will have that in the blog post that accompanies the video. Also, I will be having a giveaway of one of these games, so be sure to enter that. And now let me show you about the game. It's basically like you see up here, the have you ever eaten food off the floor. What you do is you get a pack of cards, and I've selected 3 here that have questions on them, like this one. Have you ever fallen down the stairs, blank at a slumber party, or finished watching a movie and immediately started watching it again? Now, what happens is the person that's it's their turn, and they choose one of these to read. And the ones with the blanks, they can put in whatever they want to put in the blank. So they may say, you know, have you ever, I don't know, have you ever fallen asleep early at a slumber party? I don't know. I couldn't think of anything good enough. But the blank is for them to, for the reader of the card to pick what they want. And they can choose, like I said, whatever question they want. Let me give you some more examples here. This one. Have you ever done celebrity impressions, talked your way out of trouble, worn the exact same outfit as someone else on purpose? And this one. Have you ever watched an entire season of a TV show in one weekend, gotten lost in your own neighborhood, tasted something nasty, and then taken a second bite? Then what happens is everyone that's playing has one of these fingers on, these fun foam fingers. Get a better shot here if I can. And the person reading the question reads the question, and then you count down to 3 or up to 3, 3, 2, 1, or 1, 2, 3. And that is when, once you're counted down, everyone points to the person that they think would be most likely to have done whatever the person asked. At that point, oh, you know what? I did skip one step. Everyone also has one of these. This is where you keep score, and also what you do is after the person asks the question, you move this meter to where if you have ever done what the person asked. So if you've never done it, you'd use a 0, never. If you've only done it once, sometimes, or it's something you do always, you put it here. Now, we kept score in a different manner than what the directions say. And I haven't reread the directions to figure out exactly the official way of scoring. We just didn't do it that way. And what's good about this game is you really don't even have to keep score. It is supposed to be that the first person, this part of the top part is where you keep score. And the first person that gets to 21 is the winner. And we did keep score, like I said, but we did it our own way. And I really can't even remember how we did it. So right now, so I'm not gonna explain the scoring process. But like I said, you don't even have to keep score. It's just fun to see who points their fingers at who, and then, you know, talk about, oh yeah, I did that, or, you know, they share the story of when and how they did it. It's just, it gets really hilarious. It really does. And it is the hilarious game of who did what. It's super fun. And you get plenty of cards, and I apologize for the noise in the background if you can hear that. My son has friends over and my walls are paper thin. But anyway, some pros and cons of the game. Pros, it is tons of fun, like I said. You can add more players by buying an additional game. You don't need to keep score. You really don't. If you don't want to bother with it, or you just want to, you know, have fun with it and not worry about it, you really don't need to. And because you don't keep score, if you don't keep score, or even if you do, I guess, you can play for as long or short as you want. It's a game that goes pretty well, even if you're keeping score. So it's something that you can do, you know, certain games, once you've played it once, you got to move on to something else. But with this game, or it takes so long that you can only play one game. This game, it's not super short, but it's to the point where you can. It's the type of game that you really can play more than once, back to back, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. The cons are that if, I don't know how to say this, if you're ultra conservative, you may have issues with a couple of the questions. And I'm just saying that just because, and right now I'm trying to find one that might be, I don't know. I guess especially if you're doing this with kids that are, you know, 12, 13, maybe even 14, depending on how conservative you are, you may kind of think, well, that's a little, you know, over the top. But what you could do, if you are like that, if you are, you could always go through the questions and pull out a couple of the cards, maybe, if you know, if you feel, or have a discussion with them ahead of time, because you know, they could be taken maybe in a couple different ways. I'm not saying that this is a totally risque game. It's not. I'm just saying that if you are an ultra conservative, and I'm saying ultra, but it's at a personal comfort level, so that could be a slight problem maybe for some people. I just thought I'd throw it out there. And on that same note, naturally, it's not really a game for the wee little ones. You know, for anyone under 12, really not for them. But I did find or think about a way that you could tweak or kind of make the game appropriate for smaller kids, for the younger kids. I believe, and I'm not for sure, but I believe Oriental Trading Company has cards that are about this size, but they're totally blank. I know I bought them for my son a couple years ago because he was into Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and he wanted to make his own. And at that time, I searched for blank baseball cards, is basically what I did, I think. And I found them, like I said, at Oriental Trading Company. I know they were not expensive, but they were blank. And what you could do is order those cards or even make them out of cardstock. Just use one of the pointing fingers cards as a template and cut them out of cardstock and make your own. Maybe just do one question per card, or do two or three questions per card, just like these are, and make them up, but make them your own questions. And then it would be appropriate for the younger set too. And you could use this, the same foam fingers, or if you did buy 2 sets and you had one batch of, adults maybe playing the older, the regular version, and then you used your second set for the younger kids with the cards you made up. I think that'd be a great idea. So anyway, just kind of got off course there just a bit, but I wanted to mention those things. It is, like I said, it's a great game. It's a lot of fun. And I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning, but I do have a giveaway for one of these games. So be sure to enter it. Okay? And have a great day. Bye-bye.